So, before I start today's news session, I'd like to talk about a game that I'm currently supporting on Indiegogo named Date Night. If it's not already obvious, you're dating nights. And let me tell you, it is a very interesting game, and I really like the concept behind it, and I really like the characters so far that are in the game, so I think you guys should support it. So basically, yeah, I'll drop a link to the Date Night Indiegogo page, and it's currently 90% funded as of recording this. Let's try to get that to 100%. And if we could do even better, maybe 200%. I don't know how many of you guys are going to actually like this, but I swear, it's a really good game. At the very least, I enjoy the characters and I enjoy the atmosphere. So yeah, I think if y'all would like to, support this game, go right ahead. So, I know this particular week hasn't been great, hearing about, Russia, Ukraine, and maybe some other personal things that are happening, but here's at least a feel-good story I want to start off with. Fortnite players have now raised over $70 million for Ukraine, and it's less than a week into the new Fortnite season. Fortnite players have already donated a staggering amount of money, and yeah, I think this is pretty smart in terms of getting people to pay money, because obviously, new Battle Pass, they gotta buy the $10 in order, or $8, I think, on PC, in order to get the necessary V-Bucks in order for you to get the Battle Pass. And then on top of that, people will buy the skins too. So, yeah, I think this is pretty good. And at least for Fortnite, plus Xbox, Fortnite on PC has raised over 70 million, raising 35, I think, on PC, and then Xbox said they were going to also donate all the Fortnite proceedings too, which makes it over 70 million, and that's wonderful to hear. And this also comes off the back of the separate Ukraine charity game package from Humble Bundle and the itch.io bundle, which has raised over 20 million for Humble Bundle and 6 million for itch. So yeah, I think this is quite wonderful. I just wish that we didn't have to, donate money like this for specific reasons, I just wish that Ukraine wasn't being invaded by Russia, but that's just a personal thing. But anyway, welcome back to this week's set of news, and now to the bad stuff. So, starting off with some of the bad stuff, not quite into video game section, but it's about a TV show named The Miraculous Ladybug. And yeah, the voice actor is basically leaving, but it's because she wants to get paid fairly. And as Young Yeah states here, this kind of exploitation of voice actors needs to stop. Not everyone has the status of John DiMaggio to be able to make enough noise and enough leverage to negotiate fair rates. You can bet some studios know this and take advantage, and they need to be called out. Even the voice actor of such prominence as John DiMaggio has to fight for fair rates for himself and his fellow cast members, even when these companies can more than afford to pay higher rates. It's pure corporate stinginess and greed. And yeah, I have to agree. It's kind of insane how voice actors that, make these characters come to life, like, for example, Reveiws voices the Miraculous Ladybug, and I know that show's pretty influential, and John DiMaggio plays Bender in Futurama, and yeah, it's just kind of crazy that live action people like Chris Pratt, Tom Holland, I can't think of any more, but those types of actors, they get paid a ton of money to do their roles, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be. I just think that there's also a really weird dichotomy between them and then voice actors that are not getting paid at all or very little. And yeah, I support her decision, but I just wish I didn't have to. There's just a lot of I wish I didn't have to, but yeah, so basically pay voice actors fairly, because man, they do make characters like the live action people too. So, as of 2 days ago, Sony is supposedly going to unveil PlayStation subscriptions as soon as next week. Now, if you don't know what they're talking about, it's about Spartacus, or the answer to Game Pass. And so, yeah, as early as next week, we can maybe hear some plans about it. And there's some concerning rumors, so at the very least, it sounds like at a base level, it's going to have games, it's going to be a subscription, and you pay for the subscription, you can play any of the games on there for as long as you want. But the big difference, and at least that's what we've heard so far, is that PlayStation, first-party games are not going to be on there day one. So, in comparison, Game Pass has games just up in, first day. Halo Infinite, bam, right on the Game Pass. Ori and the Blind Forest, bam, right there on the Game Pass. But what Sony plans on doing, at least from what rumors we're hearing, is that those games are not going to be there on day one. Now, who knows, maybe a year or two later, they put the game on there, maybe they'll get people to buy it, or something like that. But as of now, Sony's not going to do that. And I'm not sure how to feel about that, because for now, it seems like Sony is doing really well, and, they can pull this type of move, but if Xbox gets ahead somehow, either because, they do better marketing, or they have just much better first-party games with the amount of companies they're buying out, I think Sony might fall behind, and they'll have to revert their decision to not have PlayStation games, that come out day one to be on their Game Pass subscription. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this is going to lead to, but we're going to have to see if Sony, if all the rumors are wrong, or Sony's going to do even less than the Game Pass. So we'll see as early as next week. We'll shoot a video up if that happens. On the next set of I hope this is real news, The Witcher 4 game director promises there will be no crunch, and I hope? I don't know what else to say here. At least with Witcher 3, there was a little bit of crunch. It wasn't awful from what I've been told, but I'm not sure how much to believe that. But Cyberpunk 2077 notoriously had a shit ton of crunch. And so yeah, I mean, this is a great direction, assuming this is going to be true, and I hope there's going to be no op-ed about, CD Projekt Red crunches again, and just like, I don't know. A company that came from basically nothing, making a bunch of games about a book series that wasn't really popular outside of Poland, if I remember correctly. And so it's like, they had such good rep with their people, with their consumer base. Witcher 3 comes out, bam, everybody loves it. Cyberpunk 2077, hype as fuck. Everybody wants it. And then we get the op-eds about how The Witcher had crunch. 2077 came out busted, as in like bad busted. And then we found out there was crunch behind it, and it was just like, what? And, it wouldn't be too bad if they continued to push it back, and then it came out fine, because they didn't want to crunch. But they pushed it back, and they were still crunching. So, as much as I would like to believe this set of news, I'm not entirely sure. So, let's see if CD Projekt Red and the game director can actually fulfill their promise about leading no crunch in this game. Up next on Who Are We Going to Clown Next? Rockstar Games introduces GTA Plus 4 GTA Online. So it's a membership program exclusively for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S owners. Provides an easy access to a range of valuable benefits, which is like $500,000 in cash, and a few other like exclusive cars. And I'm just like, but why? So, to put this lightly, I think this is a bit stupid, a little bit silly. I think they should feel a little ashamed, personally. But so, yeah. Basically, Rockstar is trying to charge a subscription fee for the game by providing certain small benefits that are basically non-essential, or, they don't do anything big in the game. And, yeah, I guess it's okay in that sense, but the fact of the matter is that they're trying to charge people for, certain benefits, and I'm just not sure if this is going to, expand further. They might start adding, essential quality of life features behind GTA Plus, and maybe they'll add, super overpowered weapons, maybe new raids and stuff for GTA Online, and as of now, that's not the case, but knowing where this could go, like Fallout 76's year-round pass, it's possible. And I wouldn't put it past Rockstar Games to, just not put this up, and, make it, a lot more greedy. And so, I think it's obviously stupid to first charge a subscription for this, because, you don't need to, Rockstar. You make a fuck ton of money already from this game. Because I know you dropped Red Dead because nobody's playing that, and JK. People play it, but you just stop updating that. And so now they're trying to just make more money off of the average day consumer, and I think it's a bad move overall, and I think it's stupid. So, I don't think they should do anything more with it. I think they should just get rid of it. But I know they're not. So, up next, I want to talk about Battlefield 2042, and supposedly the next game's already in pre-production? Yeah, I kind of understand why they want to do that, but they shouldn't. Because, just for context, Battlefield 2042 is a very poorly received Battlefield. And yeah, as of now, it's not doing, I think, as well as the previous Battlefields. Now, I know that Battlefield 4 was a buggy mess, but then it became better. Battlefield 1 and 5 were also initially buggy and not that great, but people still played it. And yeah, I think they're giving up a little bit too early on this one. But I guess because it's just like the fundamental changes, they're like, we can't fix this. Because, yeah, for example, in this game, they have operators instead of classes. So instead of having, like, assault, medics, support, and I don't know, the fourth engineer or whatever, now they have operators, and each one has with their own gadget, special gadget, like grapple hooks or, range stims or whatever. And so, yeah, I understand why they want to, like, try to push this out of the way, but, this could become a good Battlefield game, or at the very least, it might be, like, a niche-ish Battlefield game. But then, they make a new one that's, like, more Battlefield-y than this one. So, I mean, I don't know how to feel. I just think that they're giving up way too early on this one. And, yeah, they shouldn't. Because I think, at least it felt mostly fine during beta. It's just there was a lot of bugs that they can fix. I don't think gameplay-wise it was that bad. Operators, I don't think were inherently bad. I just think that maybe you should still have, like, the assault medic classes, but then within the assault and medic classes you have, like, operators. I think that would be okay, but I don't know. So we'll see what EA does, but yeah, fuck EA as I play more Apex, but And finally, next up, I want to talk about Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. Not scoring as well as Elden Ring, but it's doing pretty well. Destructo gave it a 9.5, Game Informer 9, GameSpot 9, yada yada yada. On Metacritic, it's an 85. On OpenCritic, it's 84. So yeah, it's doing really well for itself. And, I know it's this backstory about how Kirby enslaves the entire human race and eats all of us, but, that's whatever. I don't care about prophecies at this point. Just gotta live day by day. And so, yeah, I think this is really interesting to see how Kirby's moved into, like, the 3D aspect a lot more compared to its 2D side-scroller stuff. So, yeah, I think this is a great move for the Kirby franchise, but I do want to see, some other games come out of Nintendo, like Prime 4, another, 2D Metroid, Prime 5, and then another 2D Metroid, maybe a spin-off pinball game again, I don't know. But, yeah, it looks like Nintendo, in terms of games, still making some good ones out there. So, that'll be the end of this week's news. Nothing particularly interesting. A few things here or there that were worth mentioning, but yeah, I kind of missed a week again, so I tried to do this week's stuff, and so we'll see. But yeah, I do want to try to stay consistent, but it's just school has been a little bit hard. A lot of it's just, a lot of schoolwork and whatnot, so yeah. I'll try to stay consistent, and if not, I might start YouTube Shorts or TikTok and try to at least just get, some news out there every once in a while, so yeah. But anyway, hopefully everybody has had a good week last week and the week before that, and like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.